Hello, everybody. Ooh, that music might be a little loud. Whoa, 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 whoa. Time out. Okay. Sorry about that, if that was super loud. Did not. There we go. Okay, we good? Yeah. Alright. Not so loud anymore. Good. Sorry if that blew out your eardrums there at the beginning. Happy Monday. I still have a little bit of... Cool. Yeah, hi. Hi, babe. I still got a little bit of the congestion in my face, so if I cough or sound icky, that's why. So begging your pardon on that. But I see. Heck, heck, heck. Um, I decided to belt out some songs before stream to try and get my energy up, and I ended up fucking up my throat. So, hey. But that's fine. I'll deal. Yeah, sorry, for missing the streams last week and the short stream on Saturday. Uh, did you see my College of Kami Bard yet? No, hi Stinks, but I'm gonna be looking over those things, if not today, then Wednesday, since that's usually my super long stream. So I'll have the time to do it. I might not get to it today, because I want to do some world building today. But if, yeah, anything you post between, now and then, I will be going over on that stream at the very least. Again, thank you for all of your cool ideas. They're very exciting to see. Yeah, but welcome into the Monday stream. We're back to world building. Did a fun paladin-esque auras buff vibe. Cool. Yeah, I'm excited to read it. Sorry, hang on. Alright, I'm so glad I have a mute button on these. But, yes, so we're gonna do some more world building stuff today. I have all of the nations and their... all but one capital. All but one capital named. I need to name the last one. So we're gonna be working on that, just because it's wider stuff and it's an easy point of reference that could be useful. Get some honey and salt down, love. It'll help with the cough. Yeah, I don't have any honey. I ran out this morning. I gotta wait for the package to come in with it. I ordered some yesterday, so hopefully it's by today. It comes by today or tomorrow. So it's alright. But yeah, so we're gonna do some world building. Here, let me get over to that screen. There we go. So yeah, so this map is probably the final map as far as shape and placement goes of everything. I've got the capitals marked on each nation. I just need to name Wairus, and yeah, so I'm very happy with them, with the names and the placements of them. They kind of make sense to me, and it gives me a lot of possibilities on how to actually build them. So that'll be fun. I found a prompt on Reddit on like oops, hang on, there we go. On things that you need to know about various cities. So I'll be looking at that for, driving motivation and direction. So that's exciting. And I have some art picked out for each of the capitals to kind of give the vibe of what I'm going for each of them. So we'll go over that as well. What is Vorska's and Ryoto's? Ryoto is Hajimari. That's their capital. And Vorska is Kivan. Kievan. Here, let me get over to, yeah. Hajimari is Ryoto. So there's the general vibe. Here, let me go open the, there you go. Very Japanese big castle kind of thing. And then, one second. Then, what? Oh, did I not make a page for it yet? No, I didn't. Kievan. Okay, my bad. Hang on. Kievan. Oops, nope, not like that. I need a page. I need a page. Page. There we go. And Kievan. Yeah. Let me get my prompt over here, and I'll look at art in a minute. There we go. There you go. The name Kievan, or however you want to say it, usually sounds better with the Russian accent that I'm using. Kievan. It's basically the name of the original Russian country. Like, basically when it was first formed, it was like called Kievan Rus. I'm not sure if I'm saying that in any particular way or incorrectly, but that's what it was called. I was looking up various Wikipedias this morning, and Eocene, which is Oravay's capital, is named after the the geological time in which the Amazon rainforest was formed in history. It was the Eocene era. So I just called it Eocene because it sounded cool, and that sounds like it kind of fits the, Eocene of Oravay kind of has a cool sound to it. So those were the general ideas. I just need to name Wairus. There we go. I need to name Wairus there at the top. Excuse me. Yeah, so the world is slowly coming together. I'm very excited. This is probably going to be the main map that I use and place things on. I'm not going to do... also where Hylos comes from, maybe. On this particular map, it's just going to be, like, cities and stuff, and maybe, like, places that, like, the characters go to as they go, so I can, like, map out where they've been and what exists in the world, to help me have that reference. And then I'll have my other map, which I already created, for, like, mountain ranges and forests and things like that. So that way this splits everything up into their nations and how the borders work. So that helps me keep cities where they need to be. Do you think an artificer subclass would make sense to come from Arcadia? Artificers would probably... I would think it would be either Stanskred or perhaps Ryoto, for different reasons. Stanskred is where dwarves and gnomes come from, so a lot more tinkering happens there. And then Ryoto is the only other place with metal, forge masters and things like that because of Dragonfire. Oh, hi, what's the scale of the map? Hi, Kale. I don't know. So I'm really bad at that aspect of map building, but if you need reference, here, let me... Hang on. I haven't figured that out yet, but I want it to be, here. So, it might be smaller than I actually mean it to be, but, we'll deal. I'm kind of figuring this is the size of the Sword Coast, if you need a reference for another map, more or less. So if you stretched it out kind of corner to corner, it would be like the length of the Sword Coast, which is significant. But if you need reference, so if you, from Hollow Hill here to the Viridescent Valley here, was about 3 days travel. So, take that, whatever. I don't have hexes or anything figured out quite for this. I think you have to have pay for that. But yeah, this was the original map that I was just kind of throwing stuff onto as I came up with it. But this is probably going to be the actual small world may mean a cozier world community. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, yeah. So to walk from one side of the island to the other, how many days do you want it to take? For the entire, all the way? So if that takes, hang on. If this takes 3 days, I'm doing this in the most elementary way possible. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So like a little, like a fortnight. 60 to 30 miles. So, yeah, a little more than 2 weeks, I guess, makes sense? From like end to end, corner to corner might be a little longer, because it seems, you know, the island to island. Yeah, that's my initial answer, but do not quote me on that, do not take that as the final answer, because I might change it. But yeah, 2 to 3 weeks. Sounds like a significant enough time, and you go through enough various places. Plus, there's water in between, so it might be longer or shorter depending on if you get travel between the water or have to go around or something. So it might be a meandering kind of path you would have to take, so it might take longer. But if you were to go to straight shot, I'd say, 3 weeks. How long does it take to walk across America? Somewhere like that, I guess. Like, end to end. I don't know. Yeah, that's that's not my strength in picturing my world, which I really should figure out. But yeah, it is a smaller world again because there's another level to it with the Evershade, so it's kind of doubled in a strange way. Could Google Maps. Yeah. But just that's my initial kind of vibe. I don't know. Oh, whoops. Okay. But so let's name Wairu's capital first, and then we'll move from there. So Wairu was this. Hang on, let me get over. Here we go. City name generator. There's no shame in going to a good old-fashioned name generator. Here we go. This one. Okay. So Wairu was this kind of swampy Louisiana, New Orleans kind of vibe place. It's kind of creepy. People get lost in there easy, that kind of stuff. A lot of strange animal life and stuff. Home of orcs and goblins. Swamp orcs and swamp goblins. There are different types of each. Friend, yes, he was just here. Hi, Arcane, how are you? Happy birthday! Everybody say happy birthday to Arcane, by the way. Happy birthday, my friend. I hope it's a wonderful one. Come here. Want to say hi? Come here. Come say hi to chat. Say happy birthday. Hi, there he is. There's Thumbs. Hang on, full face cam for Thumbs moment. There he is. Just in the corner. Oh, I got a good spot. Oh, he's kicking his little foot. You can't really see it, but it's very good. Oh, it tickles. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh. Alright. Alright. Oh, so much fur. Okay. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Jeez. Alright. So something a name that's kind of Creole French-ish, you know? kind of the way I'm going. Something that sounds a little old school. Something that could maybe be pronounced two different ways, you know, kind of a French type way, and then kind of like an Anglicization, like where it sounds terrible when people from America say croissant. I love places that are named cities like 3 times, but all in different languages, yeah. That's what Stenskrud has Havestad, and that's literally just capital in Norwegian, because I ran out of ideas. So I just went with that, and I didn't have the brain power. I've been sick, so I was just like, you know what? It's just called capital, but in another language. They're very bro or brew is a name coming to mind. That's a good one. Maybe it's something brew. Because the French language is fucking crazy and awesome. Wamon? Wamon? Something that's not too hard to say. Let's see. Blunt. I just imagine. Benoit is also well. If you know anything about wrestling, I don't know if I want to use that, considering there was a past incident with a gentleman whose last name was Benoit that I would rather not go into. But it is a cool name. Don't conjure Llama Mike with blunt. That's true. Alicette? So maybe some. I don't know anything about wrestling. A gentleman with the last name of Benoit did a terrible thing. I'll just leave it at that. And it was rough on the wrestling community, which I was never part of, but I had friends that were. Dembo. Dembo is cool. I like that. Dembo. I want maybe something with et at the end, because that's always like an easy, like French kind of, like E-T-T-E, like silhouette. And there's a fly buzzing around my room. Honyo. Broville? That's where the bros go. Wow. Alright. Vasset? Ziret. This made me think. The double A sounds kind of cool. Pinette. Oh no, my players aren't mature enough to have Pinay in there. Let's not do that. I am also not mature enough, let's be honest. Yeah, let me take a look at what that looks like on the map. Hang on. Oops. Capital City silhouette is cool. I mean, Broville population me, this guy. Silhouette is kind of cool. It's so... Maybe they'll finally teach me how to fucking spell that word. I mean, capital city of silhouette. Whoops, go away. Nope. Does sound kind of cool. I spelled it wrong even if I was looking right at it, and I still fucking spelled it wrong. God damn it, that H. Silhouette. There we go. Maisonette. Silhouette. Silhouette. I'm gonna have to learn the Creole accent better. Also doing French with my nasal. I'll be back. Okay, bye. With my nose passages stuffed up is really hard. Silhouette. Okay. I might stick with that. That's kind of cool. Silhouette, capital of Weru. Do I not like the name Wairu anymore? I don't remember how I came up with that. Wairu. It's like it was supposed to be. Yeah, it has that Wairu kind of like inflection on it, so it sounds a little bit more Creole when you say it like that. But I think it was two Creole words put together that I came up with. I can't remember. Yeah, we'll stick with it for now. I want everything to be named. If I change it in the future, it's fine. The players aren't going to be going there anytime soon, I don't think. So, all right. So we have our capitals and we have our nations. That's very exciting. We're gonna have to start filling out details on the capital cities because it's cool to think about. I'm probably gonna start with Wenue, the capital of Arcadia, just because it's where the players are closest to and the most relevant currently. Hello. Get over there. There we go. Again, I found this big template of like city information on Reddit. Just kind of, I went to the world building subreddit and I searched up city template, I think. Oop, there we go. Hello, there we go. There we go. No. There we go. So we have the name, location alignment, which is an interesting thought. They're all going to be good in this world. Maybe neutral. Like, I think of Ryoto being kind of... Ryoto and Varska are probably both like neutral places, but they're still generally helpful and good nations. Nobody's doing like war crimes. Nobody's, you know, mistreating their subjects. Nothing like that is happening. But as far as like international relations, they're probably a little bit more neutral and more insular. But they still allow people to come within their borders and do stuff, but they're probably just watched more carefully or something like that. Name of leader, neutral, the wild is? I don't know what you were saying there, babe. Like the wild is. Yes, exactly, yes. Queen Caspia of the Verdant Throne. There we go. Hey, Steinman, welcome in. Good to see you. Happy Monday. Hopefully your weekend was a good one. How do rulers maintain power? Well, Queen Caspia... Okay, here's the thing. My initial idea for Queen Caspia was she's the last remaining Fae. Husband typos commence, indeed. And I still want to go with that idea. But I did also say that she was literally chosen by Melora, and that's pretty heavy in regards to, I moved into my new apartment. Been a hard but good weekend. Good, awesome. I'm hoping you're settling in well in the loft. It was a loft, right, that you were trying to figure out how to fit all your stuff into. I hope it's treating you well. So it's an interesting proposition, because if all of these other nations have rulers that are more traditionally chosen, either through voting or succession or whatever, again, I'm considering the entirety of Galdor a meritocracy. It's much bigger than expected. I have more stuff to remove than Echo. To get more stuff to remove. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, do curtains. Curtains help, and as many soft things as you can get. That's generally the vibe that helps with noise. But I'm glad it's fitting you. That's awesome. So with Queen Caspia, if she's the last remaining Fae, and she was created directly by Melora, then it creates an interesting, not necessarily a problem, but an interesting dynamic between rulers. I would say that she's probably extremely well respected by all other rulers, and though she's not necessarily you know, the be all end all. 2.5 meters to the ceiling. I'm 1.7. Wow. It's a lot of room. Um, so she's probably well respected and seen as a kind of very wise advisor. Insane, and I hate that lamp so much. um, so what we're doing, we're designing some of our capital cities today. I've got them all named and placed on the map finally. So the map is actually properly filled out as far as where everything is, so I know where all the capitals are. And then from here on, I'll be placing, you know, various cities and stuff like that. But we're looking at Wenue because it's the capital city of our Arcadia, and it's the closest one to the players, so it's the one most likely to have like some sort of effect on the story, right? Ad break in 5 minutes. So I think Queen Caspia is kind of she's not absent necessarily, she is there, but she's very she's takes a step back from like the daily ruling kind of thing. She like Melora would want her people and the people that the other gods created not to be overly directed by a god, you know, overlooking them. And automatically Queen Caspia would be seen as like this voice of God on earth, like the Pope, if he was actually a voice of any god. But she wouldn't want people to like come to her automatically and have her tell them what to do. I think she would be a very try to be a neutral party, and only when things are dire or very important to the continuation of whatever society needs help would she step up and be like, oh, here's my general idea, but everybody's free to, you know, take it or leave it. I don't think she's a very overbearing ruler. I don't know if she's necessarily just a figurehead. I think if she wanted to, she could just come down and be like, bitch, I say this. But she doesn't, because she and Melora probably both figure they don't need to. But she's there in times of crises, and generally people don't want to fuck with a literal voice of God on the planet. So it's just an interesting power dynamic to think of, like, because she would have this amazing... She would probably freak other rulers out because she would treat them with such respect because they were chosen by their people. Whereas she would look at her rule as kind of just a given, you know? And she was just like, yeah, I'm here, but my people didn't choose me, so I default to the council in most aspects. So she probably shows a lot of respect towards rulers of other nations that were chosen by their people because of what they did for their society or their country or what have you. So it's just an interesting dynamic to be like a queen that doesn't necessarily want the power, even though she has all the power in the world. And she's generally a good person. So, you know, think of like how Aragorn didn't want to be king because he was afraid of the weakness. The weakness in his bloodline, yada yada. It's kind of like that, but on the opposite. She's afraid of her own power, if you want to think of it like that, which is an interesting aspect to take from it. So that's cool. I like that idea. It's very interesting to me. But the council of what? What would we call the Council of Arcadia? Some cool name. It would be a representative of each race, every race that exists in this world, because Arcadia is like the melting pot of, like, first and foremost. It's like the Fertile Crescent, and it's also the melting pot, interestingly enough. It's where life started and then restarted, and then it's also where everybody that doesn't have a place goes. So So the council would be like the council of all peoples, the council of something. It's the council. The council of. Would she be hesitant to be a literal mouthpiece of Melora? Yes, I think so. Unless Melora has something really fucking important to say. I would, yeah. Unless, I see Melora as very similar, where she steps back and allows her little Galdor experiment, to go where it will. But if something important happens and some threat that comes to her attention before anybody else's, she will go to Caspia and be like, "Bitch, you need to tell your people." Oh, there's an ad coming up. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick because I've been drinking a lot of water because I'm dehydrated as fuck. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. But yeah, I think she accepts her power in that she accepts her role as a messenger, but she probably doesn't like carrying out her rule because she feels it's unfair, I guess, to the other rulers, and Melora probably feels the same way, but she will kind of override that and be like, hey, this is important, you know? That's my initial idea. The Council of Evermeet. Evermeet? Evermeet. That's not... So maybe she's like Silverhand. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, she's too powerful, so she kind of steps back and lets the whatchamacallit council. What are they called? The Lords... Yeah. Yeah, Evermeet. I like Evermeet. The Lords of... What is it? Something Lords... I can't think of it, but you know what I'm talking about. Those guys. The Masked Lords. There it is. I got it. How do rulers maintain power? Lords Alliance. No, not Lords Alliance. The Masked Lords, specifically of... Yeah. So how do rulers maintain power? Queen Caspia... has divine favor, divine favor as the last Fae. The council is chosen as part of a meritocracy. A representative of each race is chosen. Should I do it, I guess, every year? Every year. Yeah, that makes sense. Voted meritocracy. Yeah. Who is next in line? Doesn't. Nope. Primary trade of location. That's an interesting thought. A primary food or dish. Yes, I love that kind of stuff. Absolutely. Yeah, because we had some conversation about meat and how it's rarely used except in like celebrations or something like that. And then the eating of insects is normalized, but it's primarily vegetarian. Could be a longer term without re-election. Well, if somebody is like in office, quote unquote, in office and does so fucking much while they're still in office and they're still doing work, I would think they would want to keep them around. But yeah, maybe... I don't know, I'll keep it as a year because, again, that feels very fantasy, like a yearly celebration of voting in a person for whatever. Yeah, that's my initial thought anyway. Alright. So, whoops. Primary trade of location. Okay, so Wenyue is located kind of right in the middle here of this. Whoops. Let's get closer. There we go. In this middle, like this landmass. Why? Because it looked like a place where somebody important would live, with the shape of the map. So, I mean, I would think like farmed goods, like sustainably farmed. Everything on Galdor is sustainably farmed. So, um, so maybe a lot of let's see, primary trade. So we could do, we've talked about ironwood and how it's a big thing. So maybe there's a source of ironwood here. Maybe this tree, like this picture that I have chosen here, is like an ironwood tree that is like seen after and grown carefully and, you know, harvested carefully as well. Yeah, I'd say ironwood. Ooh, sap, yeah. We have to decide what that does, but yeah. Sap from ironwood tree. Farmed goods. Sure. They're just like crops. I've got to figure out my bugs, my bug livestock. That'll be fun. That way it isn't just mined out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it's just like something like some sort of magic heals the tree, especially ironwood trees, and especially this one right here. Like this piece of ironwood is still alive. It's kind of coming out. Alright. What is the primary food? Stinks, you said you had a primary food idea? Off topic to capitals, but can Wairu also be the nation of hags and other occult practitioners? Hags don't necessarily have to be evil. They certainly aren't evil in my world. They just feed on emotion and have innate occult. I lost the idea. Oh no, it's okay. Well, so hags are fae, but I can definitely see Wairu as a nation of, you know, folk magic and maybe like passed down knowledge from hags. Maybe there's some sort of like Fey influence there. There are definitely hags on this planet. Yeah, yeah. I don't see why hag. I mean, spoilers. I don't know. I hope Eekster isn't here, but there is at least one hag on this plane that, well, secretly a hag. But yeah, I would say that would be fine. Kind of that. And yeah, hags are, well, most hags are evil. Let's put it that way. In my world, in the Fae, but if they come to this side, they might choose not to be. But sometimes they don't have a choice, especially the ones that are birthed by other hags. Hags in the swamp, yeah. Yeah, just because I like that idea, we could definitely fuck around with that, you know, classic chicken-footed house and Baba Yaga shit, you know. Primary food. So, more encroachment fodder. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna cough. Sorry. Okay. Primary food, what would be, like, it would be kind of just the same all around Arcadia. Mushrooms are big. What kind of, I mean, the sap could be part of the food, like some sort of like candied, like you harden the sap and it's like a lollipop, that kind of thing. Here, tree sap, candy, mushrooms, maybe some sort of candied mushroom as a local dish. That's interesting. Candied mushrooms. I like the idea of a sweet mushroom. Makes no sense on our Earth, but hell, why not? I like that idea a lot. Where does the food come from? I mean, again, this is a verdant place. This is a well... what stuff gets foraged in forests the most? Mushrooms, definitely. Sustainably farmed and foraged. But, you know, nuts and stuff. The bell trees that we talked about, that's probably a popular fruit. So, bell tree fruit. I'll come up with a bug. At least one big bug that's used as, like, the adjacent to cows as far as meat goes. I've got to come up with some big roly-poly type thing that isn't adorable, which is gonna be hard. It's hard to eat cute things. Ooh, names of bars and inns. That's always fun. Here we go. This is fun. Didn't we come up with a bar name earlier at some point by, like, accident, and it was awesome? No, I can't think of it. I'll have to go back and watch the old streams. Bookstores, cafe. Where's... How do you not have an inn name generator? Is it in here? The Saccharine Spirit. Ooh, I like that one. Tavern. Oh, it's under tavern, excuse me. I like the Saccharine Spirit a lot. I will put that in Saccharine Spirit. I'll make pages for each of these later. What's a roly-poly? Like something with a roly-poly, or like a bug, or something cute, or a mushroom, toadstool, fungus, something, let's see, the Murky Panther, Pathetic Stag, that's a depressing ass name. The golden mushroom. The golden toadstool. It's boring. It sounds like something out of Mario. Bitter mushroom. Pathetic. The beautiful dragons. That's kind of, you know. Demon dog. You gotta say it like that when it's spelled like that. You guess I dog. American Fox Bar, Unique Curry Pub. Unique Curry Pub, okay. The Loving Gentleman Tavern, ooh. That sounds like a host club. I might have to do that. Just get served by a bunch of gents all day just because I want that to exist in real life. Give me that in my life. The Messy Ducks Inn. That's something cute. I like the Saccharine Spirit. Do it. Yeah, the Loving Gentleman Club. The Delirious Pillow. That sounds like a brothel. The White Potato Inn. That's a little on the nose. The Secret Sign Inn. Except it's in like neon and it's huge. A secret sign would be really funny. Shattered Dove. Mushy Pumpkin. I like Mushy Pumpkin. I'm gonna take that one. Just because it's funny. Write more than one down. Yeah, no, The Sick Dog Inn. Why would you name your inn after something that's barfing? The Earthy Tankard. The Kind Raven. The Tame Nutmeg. Well, the Pointless Skunks. That's a band. The Pointless Skunks sounds like a band. The Deep Unicorn. The Third Cheese. He's my sweet cheese, my rotten soldier. He's my good time boy. The Cold Soup Bar? Why would you name it that? That sounds awful. The German Shipmate. The Nice Bat. The Successful Beard. Mr. Beard. Ye Old Hatchet. Alright. The Anxious Mind. What? Why would you name yourself that? The Fragile Bee. Oh. The Cinnamon Sun. The Cinnamon Sun. That's cute. That sounds like a bakery. I might use that as a bakery, but I like that. Is there a specialty food dish? Oh, we already said like the sap lollipop kind of thing, or like sap, like caramel apples, sap apples, sapples. Oh, that filled me with such joy to say that. Sap apples, apples. Oh no, sapples. Okay, well that's definitely canon now because it's adorable. Owners of bars and inns will figure that out in a minute once I make their own pages. Sap apples and sap mushrooms. That grows naturally. Sappy toadstools. Sappy. Why is that funny? Why does that make me laugh? Sappy toadstools. That sounds like that's another band name. We are the Sappy Toadstools. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know. Blacksmiths, wizards, enchanters, town hermits, stables, and any other vendors in location. That is a very specific kind of thing I might go to later. Being sappy is a broader meaning here. Oh yeah, everybody's sappy here. Oh, that's cute. God, everything would be sticky. Ugh. Sticky city. It's a sticky city. That's a nickname for it. The Sticky City? I like that. That's cute. The Sticky City. Or the Sappy City, of course. Sappy City. It's just funny. Majority race of the location. Elves and humans. In this city specifically. Population size. This is good because you're getting vibes, the same vibes as Hollow Hill. Yeah. Population size. So I think a metropolis is considered 200 to 500,000. So let's just say 200,000 to put on the low end of that. Well, maybe 300,000. I'm like thinking, it's not quite like, it's not like the size of New York or anything, but it's a sizable city. Yeah. So, like, this picture is probably, it would be more filled out with buildings than this. Also, I don't think those floating parts are actually, well, maybe they could be. The floating thing is kind of cool. Are eggs and milk a common commodity in this world since they can be obtained without harming the animal? Yes. Aurochs are used for milk, and then we made the pekin for eggs. So, general size, distance of / location. What's a good city I want to reference? And I'm American, so I'm gonna be leaning towards American cities first, but I mean European cities are generally less populated, not less, but like they're not as, I mean, aside from London. London is super like densely populated because it's a fucking island. How many people live in Paris? Paris population. I'm sure it's a lot. I'm sure it's a couple million. 2,102,000. And how many people? Or how big is it? It is 4,638 square miles. Okay. So I guess we could like cut that in half. How big is New York City? I know that's like 3 million? Oh, Jesus, 8 million. I'm sorry, I was way off. Wait, what? 8 million people live in New York City? Holy shit. I had no idea. Oh my god. I thought, for some reason, I guess I'm stuck in like 90s demographics where it was like 3 or 5. Holy shit, that's a lot of people. Whew. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. It's declining at a rate of 1.5% annually. Its population has decreased by 7.45%. Is the most recent census. Wow. That's a scary amount of people. Oh god. Okay. And how many... Or how big is New York City? Only 300 square miles? Okay, hang on. Paris was 4,000 square miles with 2 million people? And New York City is 300 square miles with 8 million people. No wonder that city's so goddamn vertical. Holy shit. You know, I want to visit New York one day, but that makes me question that. That's a lot of fucking people. Whew. Whew boy. Wow. Sorry. I know Paris is a very wide city. Most European cities are more wide than they are tall. That's the 5 boroughs combined. Yeah, no, I know. It's just like, holy shit. That's a lot of people in a very small... 300 square miles. Paris is 4,000. That's fucking nuts. Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. So, so 300,000 people. Man, you don't really need a lot of. Okay. So, if New York, I guess I could make it the size of New York with only 300,000 people. Let's make it 400,000. And then we'll make it like 350 square miles. Yeah? Does that sound fair? It kind of spreads out. Like I know this picture shows like the tree on an island, but imagine it's not like water. It's not, water doesn't surround it. It's land. So it kind of, like, all of the main city structures are on the tree, and then it kind of spreads out from there. Uh, yeah. So 350 square miles for 400,000 people. I know that's like a small city. That's a very small city in comparison to modern cities, but you know. Okay. Hello, Elm. Welcome in. How are you? Thank you for visiting. We appreciate it. We are doing some world building. We are designing a capital city for one of the nations of my homebrew city of Galdor. Police force. Now, this is an interesting thought. Again, I'm going with classic knights as my quote-unquote police force. There are guard, but they're all considered like minor knights. Um, we have some... hang on. We had a faction of knights that were specifically... former... There we go. The Order of the Repentant Path. So I like the idea of the Order of the Repentant Path being the main police force, especially in cities, because they can be watched closer in cities. Alright, struggling with statting some baddies for my campaign. Oh, what level are they at? Are they big bads, or are they just kind of bumps in the road? So the Repentant Path, currently 4. Oh yeah, that I can understand. Like, lower level and higher level both are difficult statting wise, because you don't want to kill them, but you also don't want them to bowl over, so I get it. So the Order of the Repentant Path is definitely of a large showing here, but the Order of the Sterling Accord is like the guys that kind of watch over them. Now, the size of your peacekeeper, I'm gonna keep peacekeeper force, because we don't do cops here. We don't need cops. Peacekeeper force. Okay. What kind of baddies are you looking at? Are you basing them off of anything in the monster manual, or are you homebrewing it from the ground up? What's that look like? Peacekeeper force. Okay. So, what's the optimal size for a police force, I guess? Let's see. Optimal size for police force. I hate having to, like, do this because, you know, it's not really... how do you determine the right size for a police department? Studies offered. 32 found a reduction in crime with an increase of police size. If the effective police force size on crime were 0, we would expect about half the studies. Just give me overall effect size of police force size changes is very small, especially when compared to problem-oriented policing, neighborhood watch, hotspots policing. Yeah. Safely reduce. Right, give me a number, goddammit. don't give me a number on that study. Appreciate that. Yes, you should lower the amount of police, however. Performance-based approach. Okay. Empirical estimates of rate. Okay, no, this is getting too real. Alright, I'm just gonna guess. So, okay, first of all, my enemies are all homebrew in both my campaigns. Ooh, I do not envy you, my friend. That's a lot of work, but I salute 07 for you, because that's a lot of work that I'm not willing to do. Usually if I have a new idea, I'll just steal a couple strats from various monsters and just kind of shove them together and just give them art. So knights. Okay, let's take some things into account with our peacekeeping force, right? They're better trained immediately than what we know from average policemen. They are lifelong knights, or in the case of Repentant Path, they have talents, shall we say, available to them. Well, the good news is it's homebrew based off known IPs. Oh, okay. What are the IPs that you're working off of? So they're better trained. They have access to magic, for sure. Like, there's at least one mage in every, like, what is it, squad, platoon, whatever the hell you call a group of cops. I could make a joke, but I won't. So... Oh, ad. Okay. I will be right back, because there's an ad. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I try to pause my talking when ads come up, so don't worry about that. Borderlands for one campaign and One Piece for another. Okay, I can offer ideas for exactly one of those, because I've never seen a single episode of One Piece, but I love the Borderlands games very, very much. Are you kind of doing an actual Pandora campaign, or is it just kind of based on the idea of it? Alright. Size of Peacekeeper 4. Okay. So... like, I guess one night for every... what, 200 people? Well, let's even less, every 500 people, because again, in Galdor, people are fundamentally good. Things happen, people get to desperate places at times, people do dumb shit. People, you know, Yes and no. It's essentially Borderlands with Magitech, magic, and various new gods. Oh, cool. Okay, awesome. Yeah. So is it like they're Vault Hunters? Is it basically that's what the brought the group together? Just treasure hunting, that kind of thing? It's a great idea for a campaign, by the way. It's a simple, straightforward way to get a group of people to work together towards a common goal. That's why Borderlands works so well. Whoa, my chair. Oh, this chair is gonna kill me one of these days. So... okay. Like Wonderlands, yeah. Alright, we'll come back to the cop thing, because it's not the vibe of the game anyway, so I'm not too worried about the information. However, yeah, Tiny Tina style, I hope so, because it's been my dream to run a game of Bunkers and Badasses as Tiny Tina one of these days, but I know how much fucking energy that would take for me, and I'm just not prepared for that. Essentially, they were hired by Moxie, who's a goddess in this, by the way, obviously, who poses as an immortal, to go and find a rumored vault on a crystal planet. Dope! That's awesome. I love that. So, do you have crystal... like, if it's a crystal planet that they're at, level 4, do you have, like, those little crystal walker guys that we're in too? I hated and loved fighting those guys because they were cute and made me sad. Are those the kind of things that you're trying to stat, or have you already figured that part? Yeah, I am going to figure out the leader of the Peacekeeper Force, because I like making NPCs. So my immediate thought, because this is wholesome and cute, is Detective Gumshoe. I have sentient crystals, and yes, I have Crystalist. Thank you, that's what they're known. Not what I'm statting yet. Okay, what are you statting? I'm thinking of Detective Gumshoe from Phoenix Wright immediately, just because it's cute and I like him. He's cute. Where's my NPCs? Where's my what? There they are. Dull power armor. Oh, okay. So, I mean, are you taking, like, there's awakened armor. I don't know what the CR is off the top of my head, but you could just take awakened armor and make it more strong or weak. Or bigger or smaller or whatever. Alright. So. Alright, since I'm going to be statting or making a new NPC, it's more like a mech suit. Oh, okay. Then anything big. Any construct. Is there somebody inside it? Kind of thing? Or is it, like, powered by something else? Some magic thing? Okay, cool. NPCs, here we go. So, for something like that, I mean... hang on. And it's CR4? Is this a boss? You can visibly see them piloting it. Oh, cool. Is this for a boss, or is this just kind of a one-off kind of encounter? I mean, you can make a helmed horror. There's minion ones and a big boss. Talk about your 3-round combat approach. Oh, well, okay. I haven't done this in a while. You could just take a helmed horror and mess around with that a bit. It's a CR4 already, so if you need to change anything, make it bigger or whatever, it you know, probably won't have a lot of say on the CR if it's just bigger. Yeah, well, okay, so and this is completely dependent on me as a GM, I don't like running combat. It's just full on. And I know there are better things for me to be playing than D&D. I understand that. I understand D&D is a combat game. Oh, thank you for following, Violi. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, so generally speaking, unless it's a super important and super narrative kind of approach, I love combat only because of the mechanics designing. Okay, yeah, respect. Absolute respect. So this probably won't work for you, but the way, and I'm gonna admit this, and it might upset future or current players in many of my campaigns, but I rarely actually numerically track HP. Just because if you're in some, if as a player, and this is from my personality, me personally experiencing combat as a player and as a GM, if a player comes at me, hi, say hi, Asher. Okay, Asher time, hang on. Cat moment. Oh, Asher saying hi. He wants to come talk about combat. Because he craves violence. I'm more mechanics DM over lore, but that's just because I'm creatively bankrupt in that department. Oh, I doubt that. You can't be a GM and be creatively bankrupt. That's absolutely untrue. But I understand a preference over one or over the other. I'm the opposite. So, I generally don't count like HP hits, because if a character comes at me and a player is really into what they're doing and they took a whole long time to plan this out and and planned with their fellow players, and all this stuff happens, and then the roll happens and they don't hit, or God forbid they only do like 1 damage or whatever, I want their work to matter. So usually I'll make it hit. I'll make it hit and I'll make it count. And generally speaking, a combat, like a one-off encounter for whatever reason, generally only lasts 3 turns at max, because after a while, that's when in my experience, that's when the player's eyes begin to glaze over and they just go, I hit, I hit, you know, that kind of thing. People stop being creative with their approaches after about 3 turns. My fellow GM, who is a friend of mine, is more lore-based. Cool, yeah. You can always go to friends like that, too, because that's why my husband, who's in chat currently, he's my mechanics person, where I'm just like, hey, here's my lore idea of an encounter I want to do. What would you use? How would you stat it? That kind of thing. So it helps to have other people like that. That's his husband. So being able to reach out to people who have ideas. I also have followed Matt Colville's Action-Oriented Monsters. I don't know if you've read that. If you haven't, I highly recommend that for any DM that doesn't do well with combat. This is me personally again, because Action-Oriented Monsters actually kind of make it more narrative, because you give a turn-by-turn basis. The bad guys get different abilities and have different effects on the actual encounter. So, like, for the first one, it's usually having to do with a bunch of the main bad guy and then a bunch of mooks. Mooks being 1 HP, you slice them and they die, kind of thing. Mooks are a great... I took that from Savage Worlds, where it's just you give the character something. If you're gonna have a bunch of them, it's something that they can just wade through and just destroy, because that's cathartic and fun for the characters. And then it also gives more action economy towards the bad guy. If you only have 1 bad guy and 4 characters, it's going to be pretty quick. But mooks kind of up their action economy, which gives the characters more hits to their resources, more uses of their resources, which is what makes combat happen and what makes it interesting and challenging. Aside not just HP, but spell slots, you know, all that kind of stuff. And then usually, like, the first round is like about movement and getting the mooks and the bad guy into place. Then the second one is usually about extra attacks given to the mooks. Like, I think the the example that Matt Colville uses is he has like a goblin boss and then a bunch of goblins. So first round, first turn of the goblin boss, he yells at all the goblins to get in there and go fight. So they all get either like they all get movement. They don't have the rest of their action yet because it's not their turn, but they all get a bonus movement to basically surround the players. And then the second one is hit them harder. So all of the goblins get a swing in. You know, again, more resource management for the players to getting hit because you're gonna get hit. You're probably not gonna get hit for a lot of damage, but you know, the more you get hit, the more worried you get. And then the third one is usually once the bad guy gets to like half HP, they get one big thing where like he screams and like all the goblins again. Oh, thank you, Elm. Appreciate that follow. They all get another swing, or they all like, you know, something like that happens. So or more come in. That's the other thing. You get more mooks that kind of come in. But I like strategy combat, not just hitting, but it uses the environment in impactful ways or wacky mechanics. Yeah, that's what action-oriented monsters does. If you can just look it up, it's on YouTube. Matt Colville, if you haven't seen his videos on running the game, are wonderful. For somebody like me, they've done just so great for advice. There's also the website called The Monsters Know What They're Doing. That has helped me. That gives me ideas of strats that I normally would never use or never would have thought of. So those both kind of help me figure out new mechanics and new ways to approach fights. So those are my two main combat-based resources. So, and it's kind of based on 4E, which did have some good ideas when designing encounters, and I like what Colville has done to take it and make it his own and make it interesting, and it's made some of the most interesting encounters that I've ever run. And I don't always use it. I'll usually only use it for a big fight or something that's been building up, that kind of thing. But but it's fun to design. I find it more fun to design action-oriented monsters than just, you know, taking stats out of the book and going, that's what the numbers say, you know? So this is just personally for me. So do with that what you will. I just highly recommend those resources. What was I doing? Right, NPC. I was creating a leader of the peacekeeping force, the whatchamacallit? The Order of something. What was his name? Order of the Sterling Accord. There we go. Okay. Yes. So I need a knight. A knight. Cool knight. What's a race that I don't use a lot or haven't used a lot? An example is this crystal lizard boss had a mechanic of once per long rest it can absorb an elemental damage to make it immune, and change the crystals to now have resistance to that type, but vulnerability to opposite. That's fun! That's super fun! Again, that's like, vulnerability is not used nearly enough in the stats as written. I feel like vulnerability should be used more often. If they make such a point to show off immunities and resistances, then vulnerability should show up pretty damn often. So yeah, anything that allows you to like use that kind of Pokemon-esque, let's be honest, kind of vibe is really cool to me. Right. So, I'm immediately struck with this badass fucking lady. She's really cool. She's a little bit more rogue-ish than I would prefer my knights. She's supposed to be like a witcher, which is a very cool OC. Thanks to Talon, Tater's Ash. She's cool. But something, I mean, oh, she's really cool. But maybe a lady. I'd love, I mean, a good lady knight makes me happy. Lady Gumshoe is a cute idea. I mean, That sounds like fun. What race should she be? Firbolg? Or maybe a Genasi? I haven't used Firbolgs yet. Even though usually they're a pretty peaceful place, but the idea of a Firbolg knight coming like from Ganja to become a cool. Okay, she's cool. Oh my god, I have nothing but Hanzo shit on my fucking feed. Firbolg fits the gumshoe look. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Let's see. Here, hang on. Female Firbolg. Why are my caps on? Okay. Let's see. Let's get a cool lady knight. That's cute, but still a badass. She's cute. Oh, like she's got vitiligo. So that's a possibility. I like her. So this giant Dalmec suit would take place in a crystal mine with crystals of various elements that can be used by hitting them or scraping your weapon alongside them for a one-turn buff. Oh, like dipping in Baldur's Gate. Cool. Of a specific damage type and weak extra effect. Cool. I love that. That's very cool. I mean, you sound like you already have it kind of in hand. It's just, what, the numbers are tripping you up, basically? Numbers, yeah. Okay, fair, fair, fair. Well, for another reference, one second. Where is it? Is it this one? Hang on. I have something, again, that when I struggle with numbers, I go to... There we go. The Lazy DM's workbook by Sly Flourish. It's a great little set of books. It comes with the workbook and the actual book itself. But, here we go. This table right here, you can run entire encounters on without having to worry about statting everything out, right? So, for instance, if you need like damage severity, so whenever this thing attacks, just again, I know you're a mechanics person, but stick with me. If this helps you kind of get over that hump and like get to the next thing, that's kind of what I go to, because I get my motivation is halted because I get stuck up in numbers, then my game planning kind of grinds to a halt. So I do what I can to stop that from happening. But there is a table here called damage severity by level. So I don't know how well you can see it here, but I think I can find it online, or you can find it online, and I can post it on my Discord. If you would like to join the Discord, hang on, where's that? There you go. Feel free to join up, and I will post about it. But basically, it takes your character level, and if it has 3 levels, where like you can go from setback, which is kind of minor damage, or like dangerous. My chat room just reloaded for some reason, I don't know why. Setback, dangerous, and deadly. So for 1st to 4th, which is where you're at, setback would be 1d10, dangerous would be 2d10, and deadly is 4d10. That's it. That's the dice you roll for every attack, no matter what happens, for the damage. So, you know, and then like, then they have save DCs for traps and attack bonuses for various things. So setback, save DC is 10 to 11, attack bonus is 3 to 5, dangerous is DC 12 to 15, attack bonus is 6 to 8, and deadly is DC 16 to 20, and attack bonus 9 to 12. Those 2 tables right there are all you need when your numbers are tripping you up. So if I need off the top of my head some sort of encounter, if the characters have bothered somebody to the point of starting an encounter, I'll just open up to this page and there's my, if I want them to get hit real hard one turn and just enough for the characters to go, oh shit, we're sorry. If I want to inspire them to maybe say sorry, run away, whatever, then I'll hit the deadly encounter on the first hit. But if it's something that makes sense for them to get into and goes from there, then you're set back or you're dangerous, that kind of thing. So that's what I use. Again, when the numbers are tripping me up. If I think the numbers are going to stop me from running a game, which has happened to me because I get in my head about it, I'll just go to that and I'll just go whatever. So the regular mooks, it's 1d10 but can become 2d10 if they drill charge. Yes, exactly. And you can mess with it. You can go for 2d10 one turn and then 3d10 the next one because maybe you're like, let's figure out if they rolled a natural 20. Oh, yep, interesting. And then you go from there, So you can just mess with that. And go up and down depending on how hard the characters are going. It helps you read the room of your characters and your players. If the players are really annoyed and they're like, oh, god damn it, now we have an encounter, make it a quick one, whatever. But if they're like, oh yeah, let's fuck this motherfucker up, let's get him, then you make it a little bit more epic and you really start punching into them. And then, oh, they only did 10 this time. Oh, they did 30. This, it's just just play with it and go from there. And, if you want to scare your players, those numbers are right there and they can scare the hell out of your players. So the interesting thing about the mech suit is crits are super effective. There you go. So you can either roll 2 sets of dice and take the highest number. I don't know how you do crits in yours. I usually will do, the way I do it is I take the max damage and then I add a roll on top of that, which is fucking broken, I understand, but I want crits to be felt in my games, and I haven't had a complaint about that. But granted, the bad guys can do the same thing. I do it that way as well. Dope, cool. You're the first DM that I met that does it that way. Because it sucks when you, if your character rolls a 20, and you're like, cool, I get to double my dice damage, and you roll a bunch of 1s on your dice. I'd rather hit a normal attack and get, a 5 to 6 or whatever. It's just, it sucks when it's just a 1. So I want it to matter. So that's why I do crits that way. There we go. But yeah, so I will go ahead and post that that table once I find it. It's been posted on Reddit back and forth, so I will definitely find it and I will post a picture of it. The only pain is pallies and rogues with that rule. Oh man, oh, you gotta appreciate that though. I as a rogue player and husband is a paladin player, we both love those 20s when they come up, baby. Oh, does it feel good? That's when you just kind of automatically give the bad guy that rule that's if an attack were to get them down to 0 HP, it instead's... No, I understand. No, I gotcha. I know you didn't disallow it, I'm just saying. I usually, if something happens and that would make it too easy, I usually will give the bad guy that rule that says an attack that would put them to 0 instead puts them to 1. Because it's just enough to eke out that one more turn. So, and you can go from there. So, yeah, I'm very loosey-goosey with my numbers and my attacks and stuff like that. So that's just, it makes it easier for me to run. But yeah, those two resources between Matt Colville... It would be funny if one baddie had a Grave Cleric right-hand man. Yeah. Don't, I know GMs don't want to be assholes all the time, but don't forget, anything that the players have access to, so do you. Don't ever forget that. There's been this whole discussion about counterspelling healing spells, which is fucked up, and I don't think I would ever do unless the players were really, treating a big encounter as, a whatever. If I want the characters to dial in and go, oh shit, this is serious, that's when you pull that shit out. but otherwise, I don't think I would really do it. But it's definitely a possibility. That's something that you have access to. So, fun, fucked up ways to think about it. I think I'm gonna go with her for my leader knight person, which I need a title for. I created subclasses for every class except barbarian, but just because that one made by Anther, that inspired me to make the entire campaign. Oh, that's awesome, badass. Again, I do not envy you, but I'm glad that you find your where the hell? I'm glad you find your inspiration through numbers, because I definitely don't. Alright. Alright, so. We're gonna do a new Firbolg character. Where'd she go? There she is. Again, credit to the artist, which is Beatriz Amaral, excuse me. I don't ever make money off of any of this, I just use these as reference. And I will never take credit for anyone else's art because I can't draw for shit. There she is. Oh, I need my template. There we go. Nope. Okay. There she is. And... oh, no. Oh, I copy-pasted too many things. Hang on. Oh, ad break. Hi, Eekster! How are you doing? Alright. I'm doing good. Are you in class right now, or did you just get out of class? It's super laggy. Oh no, it's okay. We're just naming some, we're statting out some of the capital cities and stuff that I've recently named. So all of the nations are named, all of the capitals are now named, and now I'm kind of going through this template of stuff to fill out information I need to know, that kind of stuff. So I'm just got done interning a drama class. Oh, cool, nice. Okay, I need a name for you. I like the last name Elmhart already. Balfarin Elmhart. Enra Elmhart. Jobella Orasatra. That is a cool name. Orasatra Elmhart. I love that. Alright, done. Come here. No. Orasatra. Oops. Heyo. Sorry about that. Orasatra Elmhart. Alright, we back from the ad now, I think. Alright. There we go. Alright, so this is our... no, that was a response to the last name. Ayo. Elmhart? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you inspired it. Okay, yeah, sorry, brain. I'll pop in later, but have a good stream. Okay, I will talk to you later. Um, so she's the leader of the Wenyue. Oops. Uh, order. The Wenyue branch of the Order of the Sterling Accord. Okay, cool. Alright. Cool, there we go. And so I will put that over here, and that's Orasatra Elmhart. There, done. Cool. I'll fill her out more later, you know, whatever. We don't have too much longer left in the stream, so I don't want to get too caught up in the NPCs. I can do that off stream and introduce you properly to her later. Temples and healers, I will figure that out later. That's again a long list of things that, because each god would have a temple, especially in each of the capitals. So we don't have to figure out every single one now. But I look forward to being able to do that, because reading through Waterdeep and the locations in that, they have a lot of really cool ideas. Oath of Capitalism. There's something about money that you truly caring about. Money makes the world go around, many say, and you believe that full-heartedly. Tenants protect those that serve capitalism and its growth. Variant rule, brand or business loyalty, protect your brand and those that serve it. Treat charity like an investment, always something of equal or greater value out of it, or those that don't help capitalism or either. Wow, that is that's wonderful for Borderlands. It absolutely makes sense to have that, but my god, is that the opposite vibe of my world. Capitalism does not exist in my world, happily. But it sounds like something that a player could have a hell of a lot of fun playing, because just that complete and utter asshole just dedicated to capitalism is very funny to me. Alright, distance to nearest jail. Oh boy. So there's gonna be a prison there. My other one was College of Dubstep Bard. Hell yeah. My bass cannon. Yeah, absolutely. Marcus is a cleric of capital. Yes! Caveat emptor! Oh, that's an excellent character reference I can make for somebody just completely not fitting into this world and annoying the hell. No, he's the god of trade. Yeah, no, that's fair. Oh, so all of the big characters you made into gods? That's awesome. Wub Bard. Did you do anything with Scooter? Or Ellie? I must know, frankly, because I want to hear if Scooter is now a god, because that sounds fucking hilarious. Ellie, no. Scooter, yes. Oh, okay. So is Scooter a god of something? Rip Scooter. No! Not here, he's a god here! God of cars or something? God of daredevils. Mechanics. Tinkerers. All of the above, frankly. Is there a Thieves Guild? No. Who are the local troublemakers? Also a big question that I'll have to think about. What illegal activity goes on behind the scenes? Gambling, prostitution, slave auctions? No, absolutely none of that. Prostitution is legal. God of travel, mechanics, and artificers. Oh, I love that! Catch a ride! Hell yeah. Common caravan destination or trade route, locations nearby. Any unique geographies, you see the area. A big fucking tree. Big tree. Big tree. Just gonna put big tree. Historical events that occurred nearby. That's another long thing that I could figure out. How is sanitation taken care of? Okay. So I know that a lot of people like to talk about you know, magicking away waste and stuff, that kind of thing. But I love the idea of like pet Otyugs. I love Otyugs. They're the cutest fucking creatures. They're like big trash pit bulls, and I love using them. Hang on, where's the Otyug? 248. I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna show them off because they're babies. 248. Otyug! I love them so much! Scooter, Lilith, Roland, Angel, Dr. Zed, and Tika Baha are good aligned gods. Dr. Zed, hell yeah! Dr. Zed. I love Dr. Zed. He's my favorite. 6,000, 5,000. Here we go. Otyug. They're so cute. And they eat garbage. And there's nothing wrong with them. They're very good. So I love the idea of Otyugs being bred specifically to deal with the trash of cities. So I'm definitely going to do that. Just because I see it like, I love the idea of having like the Otyug trainer being like the Rancor trainer from Mandalorian, or no, not Mandalorian. The other one, Boba Fett. Boba Fett? Yeah, Boba Fett. Book of Boba Fett. There we go. God, Jesus, and it's basically just no, Machete. Fuck. What's his name? I can't think of the actor's name. I hate my life. I love him so much. Why can't I think of it? You know what I'm talking about. Damn it. I can't think of his name. I'm just thinking Machete. That's his name to me now. God damn it. But yeah. So, basically, there's going to be a trainer of Otyugs that is just Machete that trains them to eat garbage in all the major cities because that's funny to me. Danny Trejo! Thank you, my love. Thank you, thank you. Jesus Christ. I don't know why that. I was just like, your name's Machete. I don't... okay. Trained... oh, I just lost how to fucking spell it. Otyug. Okay, U-G-H. G-H. Eat. Waste. Cool. Are there any unique common illnesses? That's an interesting question we'll have to figure out. Bathhouses, outhouses, latrines, poop buckets, and ditches. Okay, we're not gonna do poop buckets. Just classic latrines, that kind of thing. Bathhouses, definitely, because I love a good bathhouse, moment. Are there any slums? Absolutely not. How are poor people dealt with? Taken care of by government. Given universal income. Alright. Marcus, Mr. Torg, known as the air guitarist, Moxie, Typhon, DeLeon, Face McShooty, yes, Krieg, yes, Grandma Flexington, and the Watcher are all neutral deities. Oh my god, worship Krieg, yes, yes, so good, I'm here for it. I love Krieg so much. He's my boy. He was so much fun to play. I was so bad at playing him, but he was so much fun to play. An A on that. Is there a mafia presence? No. How do they maintain power? An A. Freaking same. Yeah! I love my boy. He's my favorite, and I always play him. I love just running into battle and God of Psychos, fire explosions, poetry and blood! That's gonna make me emotional because I love him so much. Poetry? Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Husband made a barbarian, a dragonborn barbarian based on Krieg. He's super fun because he's got the split personality that awakens whenever he gets excited and rages, and it's super fun. An A. Oops. Mafia type alignment. Robin Hood. Military presence. Yes. Path of the Psycho is the subclass that inspired me. Hell yeah. Other schools, yes. Who's in charge of it? Is there a nightly order specific to the location? It's specific. It's not. It's a branch of the Sterling Accord that is just okay. How is he or she? It's kind of the same as the Peacekeeper. It's fine. Or how is the town news distributed? Ooh, that's an interesting question. So do they have town callers? Do they have? I know I used in Hollow Hill. I used fairy dragon messengers, which is always fun. I like the idea of pixie or fairy town callers that are way louder than they have any right to be for their size, because that just sounds really funny. Like they have like little poles with like tubes like that the fairies can shout into, and that's how they make announcements. That's cute. Okay, fairy town callers placed at shouting tubes around the city. There we go. That's cute. Where do people gather to hear from their leader? Oh yeah, like what's the forum? The main... I mean, we could just call it the forum. Go a little Greek or Roman, or both. Where do townfolk run for shelter and attack? Huh. I guess the tree, like inside the tree. I'll have to name the tree. Big tree. Big tree. I'm just gonna put that... Oh, I have that on full face cam, and that's not helpful or anybody. Yeah, big tree. I'll figure out a name for it. Handsome Jack, ugh. General Flint, a different Flint that achieved godhood. The Seer, General Knox, Dr. Ned, and Shadow Trap are evil aligned. Oh god. That sounds like the most annoying Dark Pantheon ever. It makes sense, but my god. Having Handsome Jack and Shadow Trap on the same... Ugh. No thank you. That's great. That's a great idea for a Pantheon, though. I love the idea of taking all the big characters and making them into gods. Role-playing like a cleric or a paladin of Krieg would be so much fun. I would fuck around with that so much. Just fucking bleed, burn, ah, you know, that kind of shit. Screaming until your throat hurts. Good shit. At least I didn't use the twins. Oh god, don't get me started on the twins. I did not like them. I did not like them. They weren't even interesting. Like, Handsome Jack is one of the best written villains ever because he's so much fun to hate. He is just the most hateable asshole, but you hate that he keeps making you laugh throughout the entire fucking game. The twins, like, were trying to do that, and I get where they were coming from, but it just didn't work. It was just, they were just bitchy. It's just kind of ugh. You gonna watch the Borderlands movie just because they have Krieg like I am? Absolutely not. At least I'm not going to watch, I'm not gonna pay for it. Let's put it that way. It looks really fucking terrible, and I do not trust them to characterize anybody correctly. Especially Krieg. Frankly. I feel like since they've pulled out so many weird choices in casting and stuff, as much as I love Jamie Lee Curtis and everybody, I don't trust it. It looks bad. It looks real bad. I will watch the inevitable compilations of Krieg's moments in the movie if, you know, I don't even trust them to use Krieg all that much. It's probably going to be focused on fucking Roland and like you know, the main Vault Hunters, but I almost said Vault Dwellers, but that's another game. So I don't trust Krieg to have a lot of moments in it. I'll watch it. I'll pay for it because I don't get out much. Yeah, neither do I, but you know, I make it not matter when I do. But yeah. I mean, I don't mind that they're making a movie. I just mind with the choices that they're making for it. I'm just so upset about Kevin Hart. It's the stupidest casting ever. He's the only, like, everyman, straight man kind of dude, and they decided to cast a comedic actor. Also, BL4 rumors thoughts. I haven't seen anything about the specific rumors, but Krieg didn't have a speaking time in the trailer, and using him as a silent father figure to Tina. I like the father figure idea, but Morty and Brick are supposed to be her father figures in my head. That's how they were presented in the game. So, yeah, I don't trust them to use Krieg properly. So, eh. Again, I'll watch a compilation of Krieg's moments if I see any. Like, I'm sure there's gonna be like a badass moment where he like engulfs himself in fire. Yeah, Papa Brick and Mama Morty, totally. Totally. Just best dads. Yeah, I don't know anything about the rumors of Borderlands 4, but I've played every other, well, except the more narrative games I haven't played. I forget what's... They have a title for them. I watched people play them, but I got really bored. Call me ADHD, I know. But, yeah, I wasn't impressed by that. I know there's some really good... yeah, Tales of the Borderlands. Thank you, babe. Yeah, I need to sit down and, like, at least read a wiki of what happens, because I mean, I know the big hits, but I've heard the writing is very good, but I got bored there at the beginning, so, yeah. I'll get to it eventually, but I've played every other game. I like Tiny Tina's, I did. I enjoyed the classes, I enjoyed playing it with husband, and, you know, that kind of stuff. They say they may be getting it around when the movie comes out, as the usual time of release in the movie is that month as well. Oh, okay, well, we'll see. 3 was okay. 3 was okay. It had moments. It had good moments. OG Tales was amazing. Yeah, that's what I hear. I just haven't sat down and like read it or watched it or anything. But I do love the series. I love the world. I love the characters. Yeah, so I'll probably play it, honestly. It's just a matter of what they do with it. Because if it keeps going the direction that 3 went... you know. But 2 was perfect. In my personal opinion, 2 is the best one out of any of the games. And it was just so well made, and it was... The characters were interesting, the writing was good. All that stuff. So, 2 was my all-time favorite. Definitely. So, we'll see what they decide to do with it. I don't know. I'll probably end up playing it anyway, because it's one of me and my husband's games to play together. I'll play it regardless, as I have an addiction to certain game series. Yeah, no, absolutely. I am the same way. So, we'll probably play it eventually. It's just a matter of whether we bought the like the special edition of Tiny Tina's and didn't really find it worth it. So we probably won't pay full price for it. Definitely won't be buying any special edition or any extra amount, but we'll probably play it eventually. Because, like you said, it's got nostalgia for us, and it's like a date game for me and my husband, and it's fun. And going back to those players or those characters is always a good time. Any time I get to see more of Krieg, I will take. Because he's my boy, and I love him. I love him so much. So yeah, we have Wen Yue kind of statted out in its base, you know. I slogged through New Tales just for ideas for the campaign, and I was doing a marathon on stream. There you go. Those are good stream games, from what I hear. All of those narrative games from whatever that studio's called that I can't think of. But yeah, so I hear they're good stream games, good video, like YouTube playing games. So So absolutely. um, Needless to say, I ain't using that. Yeah, fair. Fair, fair, fair. But we definitely had fun with Tiny Tina's. It was a fun, silly time. Uh, so, so I enjoyed that. It was better than 3. I'll say that much. Um, yeah. So I am probably going to do the rest. Not maybe not all of them. Although, well, maybe not. World Building Wednesday, extra long stream on Wednesday, like awesome. TT was awesome, and game just sucked. Yes, exactly. Cat, hi buddy. Asher's begging for food. Okay, here. Turn around so people can see your beautiful face. Come here. Look, he matches his pillow in the background. You'll get fed in a minute. There you go. Yeah, so I have my 3rd session coming Saturday. So Tuesday and Thursday. I only stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'm gonna be. All right, bye, Elm. Thank you so much for stopping by and following and everything. You're awesome. So I'm probably gonna be working on game prep stuff on Tuesday and Thursday in preparation, and then Wednesday we'll do more world building. We'll probably stat out the rest of the cities, and then Friday I hope to actually go over my actual game plan and kind of talk about what my plans are there and prepare me for Saturday. Yeah, so great stream. Glad I got Wenue figured out. I can get the rest of them figured out slowly but surely, as I am inspired to do so, either on or off stream, and we'll talk about them then. I do like the idea of everybody kind of putting in ideas for each of these kind of these template pieces to slowly build out the idea of it. So, but yeah, I am gonna go feed the cats and prep dinner and do other stuff. And I will see everybody on Wednesday. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great Tuesday tomorrow. And I hope you get to play pretend because it's important. Don't forget to drink your water. Please take care of yourself. And I hope to see you Wednesday where we'll have an extra long stream where we can make more cool stuff together. Alright, so thank you all for heading over to the stream today. Let's figure out who we will raid. Hang on. Let's see. Let's see. Who's going today? Oh, DM Geezer is going. Alright, so let's do that. Alright, here we go. Let's raid. Hopefully I did that right. Yep. Geezer Gym. Oops, hang on. I don't know if it's, picky about, Okay, there we go. Yay! Here we go. Alright, let me pause my music, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Have a good day.